Hey guys and girls, so today I'm going to be talking about legal name change in the state of Illinois, and I'm just going to say the date just because, you know, I want it to be out there that when I did this. So I actually did mine today, so August 14th, 2015. The whole process I'm going to go over just because I know I couldn't really find anything that people would talk about that I actually was like really curious about, or they would talk kind of what they plan to do. So the whole process began with me going to the clerk's office at my courthouse. You want to go to your county courthouse, or I guess you could go to any courthouse, but you go to a courthouse, you go to the circuit clerk office, and that's after you can go there and get the forms and fill them out, or you can go on the website for your circuit clerk and type in name change, and they will tell you the forms you need, and you can print them out and fill them out. That's what I did, and then I took them to the office at the courthouse, and then they go over it with you, make sure everything's filled out. Then you're going to pay for it. My fee was around $230 something, I think. So if you were wanting a range of how much, that's what it was. I should have brought my paper in for that, but so yeah, it was around $230 something, I believe. So after you do that, they're going to tell you, okay, here's the date that you're going to come in, the time, and then they send you a letter before your court date that will tell you the room number and so forth on that. But you also, in Illinois, you have to go to a newspaper that's local and have them put this information in the newspaper for 3 weeks prior to your court date. And I'm assuming that they do this just to make sure that you aren't a criminal and you're wanting to change your name because you want that to be your alias or something, I don't know. But so you have to do that. That was around $130 something. I don't know if it's cheaper if you go to a smaller newspaper. I literally just walked across the street and went to the one that was near because I just wanted to get it over with and get it on and done and not have to worry about it. But it was kind of a bigger newspaper for my area, so that could be why it was so much. But so they'll run it, and then they'll tell you they're going to give you the certificate of publication, which is something that you need to give the judge whenever you go to your hearing. So that's what I did. And then I just waited for my court date today. I got a letter in the mail, like I said you would, that says the room number and the time, just reminding you that you have to go. Regarding to what you are going to want to wear in a courthouse, and the only reason I say this is because some people do wonder, like, what should I wear? You want to wear, and I'm basing this off of everyone that I saw, in my courthouse, you want to wear something dressy. I literally wore this polo and then some black dress pants and dress shoes. That's all I wore. It was fine. So yeah, if you're a girl and you're wanting to get your name changed, a dress would be fine. That's what I saw mostly, or pantsuits. Okay, so off of that. So then I went to the courthouse today, which I was so nervous about because I didn't know what I was doing. And I went to the room. I went up to the circuit clerk person that sits by the judge. Gave them the thing I got in the mail. I was there early, so she was like, you know, your thing is at this time. And I was like, yeah, I was like an hour early, but told me to be there like 45 minutes at least early, so I was like, yeah, I know. So I just gave her that, and then she was like, okay, you can have a seat. You want to make sure that you bring certificate of publication, the petition for name change, all the stuff that they got stamped. If I were you, I would just bring all the papers that you have. That's what I would have done if I didn't have the sheet that said the papers specifically that I need to bring, which you can find on the website. So, after that, I sat there. A few other things went up there, did their little, whatever you want to call it, and then the judge actually called me up there early, I guess, because all the other cases were already done. So he called my birth name, and I went up there, and I didn't even have to say anything, really. He was just like, alright, so you're wanting to change your name from birth name to Aiden. And I was like, yes. And he said, just the first name, just making sure. And I was like, yes. And then he asked you a few legal questions just to make sure, you know, you're not changing your name for the wrong reasons. Mine didn't ask me, like, specifically why I'm changing my name, so I was kind of relieved at that because I didn't want to, like, out myself. Because nothing on those forms says that, you know, your gender marker. So then he just was like, well, I see no reason for you not to be able to do this. He granted it. He puts all that in a folder, gives it to the clerk, and then she stamps it, gives you a few copies. She gave me 3, and it's $8. I know for sure if you want more than 3. But I was lucky, and most of the places that I went to with the forms copied it, so I don't know if they're allowed to do that, but they did that. And then you're free to go, and you're that. But then that's not all you have to do. You have to make sure you go to the Social Security. You want to go to the DMV. What else did I do? I went to Social Security, DMV today. Oh, I went to my job. Gave them the form. And then I have to go to my doctor next week and give them the form, and then also my school because I'm in school. So it's pretty easy at the DMV. All you do is you take the form up there that the judge gave you, you know, the signed, stamped, all the fancy stuff. You take that, driver's license. It was $5 at my DMV to do it. I just went up there. I was like, I got a name change today. I want to change my name on my driver's license. They're like, okay. They changed it. And then the lady asked me if I wanted a new picture, and I was like, yes, because I got that picture forever ago. It was like 4 years ago, so I was like, do not look anything like that anymore. And people like double glanced at my picture and me all the time. So I got that done. Sadly, I was not as lucky as Ty Turner, who somehow they changed his gender marker. But they did ask me, they were like, do you have a form to change your gender marker? And I was like, no, not yet. So, yeah. That was really easy. Then I went to my work, just said, hey, name change. Gave it to them. They said they would do it. Those are the 2 places that kept the form. Oh, and I had to go to my bank. So I went to my bank, and they just copied the sheet, and then they just changed my name on the account. It really was no hassle at all, unless you're under your parents. Then you have to have your parents sign the form saying you can change your name, which I had to do, but it wasn't a big deal. And then, where else did I go? Oh, Social Security. So I went to Social Security. You get a ticket and you sit in the lobby thing. They call you up there. You say, I got a name change. You have that form. So I I said, I wanted to see if I can change my name on the Social Security. And she did it. She was like, change, and then it was so simple. And then they just give you a receipt. Make sure, you know, the address that they send it to is correct. And you get to keep your number. So I was really happy. I was like, we get to keep the number. She's like, yeah, we rarely ever change numbers. So I was like, good, because I have mine memorized and I don't want to have to memorize a new one. So that went real smooth. I got all of that done within a period. I just got home from everything, and it's like 2:30, and all of that started when I got on the road at 8. So I got most things done, and a lot of the places that I had to go, though, were a little further away. Social Security was kind of far. My work is kind of far. So, I mean, if everything's in a good distance from you, then you're lucky, but that's how all of that went. And like I said, I still have to go to my school and change it, and I have to go to my doctor. I'm sure my doctor, it will be really simple as well. The doctor I go to actually deals with a lot of trans individuals, so I'm sure they're used to this. And then my school, I'm not really sure where I go, but that's like every place that I've gone. I just kind of like wander around, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna try here. But it's really simple. Don't be scared at the courthouse. I was really nervous. It wasn't at all like what I was expecting it to be, but just keep in mind, you know, this is something that you really want. It was something I really wanted, and when it happened, I was so happy. I'm so grateful, and I just want to say to those people who, because this name change video doesn't just have to do with trans people. There's a lot of people out there that want to change their name. They don't like it. But regarding to trans individuals like myself, don't be discouraged if what you're wanting to do transition-wise doesn't happen quickly. I never thought I was going to get on hormones. I just got on hormones this year. I just turned 20, and I've only been on them for like 3.5 or 4 months. I should know that, but every time I have to like go through the weeks and make sure and see where I am at, because I've been so busy. But don't be discouraged, because everything will work out. You just have to work really hard to get where you're wanting to go, and be positive, and talk to people, and get help. I've had so much help, and if I didn't have those individuals there, I know I probably wouldn't be at all where I am. So ask for help. There's always someone out there who will be willing to help you. And you can always certainly talk to me or ask me any questions, especially for the name change. Definitely feel free to message me or anything. My Instagram, I'll put this all below as well, just so you guys can have an easier access to get a hold of me, because when I was watching other people's videos, they didn't really have anything where I could find them off of YouTube. So my Instagram is loveiseverything123. My Facebook is Aiden MyCamp. What else do I have? Those are the main things that you'll get a hold of me on for sure. Instagram, I'm on there every day, multiple times. So feel free to message me. I know it's a stressful process, it feels like, but once it's all done, like after the first day, just filling out those forms, getting that all in, it's really simple. It's intimidating, I know. After today, I'm really relieved that I'm pretty much done. So yeah, I just want to be that person that I didn't have that can help you guys figure out what you need to do. And like I said, this is just Illinois, so not sure how it is in other states, but yeah, that's what I had to do. And once again, feel free to reach out to me. Totally open, whether it's about name change or transition stuff. I'm here. So yeah, alright, I hope this really helps you guys out, because I needed it, and now I'm trying to pass on my knowledge to all of you. Alright guys, bye.